Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Banished with the Colonial Charter mod. It's a beautiful day, nobody is starving, we've got firewood in store, we've got food in store, and the trader is in town. Hooray! Doing cherry seeds. Cherry seeds might be fun, but I've got nothing to trade at the moment, so let's leave that the hell alone, shall we? We're bouncing back from a strange and mysterious bout of starvation. The good news is that we are rebounding quite successfully from that point. I've closed the flaming window again. Why do I always do that? It's force of habit. I think it's because I put all my draggable windows up in that corner. Right, where's the there we go, the scores on the doors. We need to keep the scores on the doors up. And Banished is one of those games where you really do benefit from keeping everything operational. At the same time, something's on fire. Where are we? This one again. This is not the first time this fella has been on fire. However, fortunately it's raining, which should help. I bet it doesn't, but it should. And the good townsfolk are swift with their buckets. So that's going to be a bit of a mess. I'll clean it up in a minute. But yeah, so what we're trying to do right now is breed. I think is that about the size of it? That is about the size of it. We've actually got a little bit of wood in stock, which makes a change. And while I'm not going to take my eyes off this while it's on fire. I'm going to wait for that to be put out. There we go. Good. Right, all of you get back to work. Let's rebuild that, please. Thank you. Right, good. Last time around, we built, like, food and lots of it. We've got spinach growing there. Spinach, the saviour of the day. We're growing sugar beet, despite the fact I don't think people can eat them raw. I'm pretty certain they can't. As a child, I grew up in the countryside, surrounded by sugar beet fields, and I think I'd try a raw one once, and it wasn't very nice. So I'm just going to say that some processing is required on the sugar beet front. 5 times, that's where we live. So yeah, I can turn that into sugar at some point, and then probably do something nice with sugar and make some, cakes. But we built this rather splendid magazine, which is storing all kinds of good stuff. We've got grapes in stock. Oh, will people eat grapes? I would hope so. If their sole use is to be turned into wine, that's a little bit disappointing. Never mind, though. We are starting to get labourers come back into the pool, but I'm not touching them right now because I want to refill my labour market organically. So we'll be switching on services as the time comes up, rather than forcing it. So we go 3 labourers in stock. Where's my limit? I think 3's my number. I think every number of labourers we have over 3, I shall put to work somewhere else. Now, before I crack on, I'm going to go find the bakery. There's the new one that I built, which is making hardtack, which, people will eat it. They don't really want to. And then around here somewhere, there it is. It's right there. See, finds it straight away. And now, for the rest of the episode, I will not be able to find it at all. Is it that? No. Is it that? No, it's not that one. It's the ground floor. There we go. And it's even got a little awning out the front to help lackluster town planners such as myself actually find the thing in the first place. Okay. So what's today's scheme? We're in a holding pattern, ladies and gentlemen. Where we're going to be making sure that I get to keep the kind of return to something approaching profitability in approaching survivability. We're gonna make sure we cling on to that. I've got no shoremen in operation at the moment. I've got no stone cutters in operation. I'm gonna go for stone. We're okay for stone. Pottery, equally one of my big trading goods is not happening. Joiners, again, not happening. Kilnsmen, melters, it's ridiculous. Glass makers, there's so many services I don't have enabled at present, as you can see by the splendid number of question marks that are floating around town. In fact, let's go to max zoom here. But the good news is I do have a heck of a lot of food now. In fact, what I would normally do at this stage, and you've seen me do it before, is I would transfer some of that food to be sold on, in order to get other bits and pieces coming into town. But I'm not going to do that. No. Instead, I'm going to let it max out and see what that does to my farming community. Will they create a surplus? Since you've been away, I've done only one thing. I've split my chickens. We now have 2 chicken farms. As much as this pasture here is pretty small, it will allow this one to grow back up to 21 again. So I will be bringing in plenty of chicken action. The experiments with our clonable sheep, not so much. I'm going to have to buy another one. That's a pain. However, in Llama Town, we're maxed on llamas, which means I should probably get my llama butcher operational. Now, in fact, since I have a spare worker, we'll get them to work. Now, have they? They have. See, smart worker, gone straight for the llama butcher. Excellent. I look forward to finding out exactly what's going to happen. And in fact, is it? No, I thought we were going to have a llama snuff movie there for a moment. How are we doing? If you just sit over there for a moment, I'm going to sit here until there is death to llama. Now, is it at maximum number, or is it when it goes 1 over maximum population that you end up sending one off to the knackers? I'm excited to see what happens. Not because I'm in any way bloodthirsty. Oh, no. Oh, I thought he was making a... Come on, llama, we're going to go to a special farm where you can retire and live out your old age. But no, it's not to be. I've got 2 more labourers at my disposal. Ooh. Right, let's get my brickmaker. Kilnsman. Right, let's get that re-enabled. Cheers, down here. Now, where has he decided to go to work? You've gone straight to the brickworks. See, I hire... Oh, it's because that's the only place where kilnsmen work. See, I can't get my head around saying kilnman. It doesn't sound right. It's kilnsman. I'm near certain of it. There'll be a book that has words to that effect. Felica, the farmer, has just died. Ashid has replaced Felica. Well, this is a tragic day in the house of Felica, but Ashid's family now have a profession that they can be proud of. Okay, right, good. So we are gradually building back up again. My mistake was multifold. The number one mistake, without a shadow of a doubt, was, hold on, things are happening here at Llama Town. We are now overpopulated. We're going to watch this happen. Be prepared to... Oh, what's this? Is that a llama steak? Just lying in the road there? Because there is one fewer llama. There is some blood... There we go. He's going. Where are you going? Where are you taking it? You're taking it in the magazine. Right. What have we got here? Is it Charky? Well, whatever it was popular. That's flown off the shelves. That has. Brilliant. Okay, good. Now we're also down to 1 flipping labourer now. Anyway, he's gonna continue. I'd prefer it if he didn't leave the outputtings of his bloodthirsty profession. That looks like some sausages, maybe a bit of bacon. Llama bacon, anybody? And there's another small llama here ready to take. A couple of llamettes just kicking around here, waiting for the circle of life to do its thing. Magic. Right, I need to start saving up some cash, in as much as I'm out of flipping labourers. Everybody decided to die now that I'm back on a growth curve. And actually, looking at the population, we've only got 14 students at the moment, but we do have now 30 children. So, and now 31 children. Oh, yeah, it's spring. Now 32 children. Well, everybody's over it. They're all like, plenty of food. Let's make babies. And that's fine by me. I can support a few extra bodies. But, you know, let's get them through the scholastic system as quickly as possible so that we can we can resume outward growth. That said, I do have 2 builders who are just sat around doing nothing. So I mean, I could fling up some new buildings before they're even needed, particularly. That said, we are outputting bricks, so I could have this second bridge back underway while nothing else is going on. Let's do that. Let's, yeah, resume production. Might as well. Don't need the bricks for anything else right now. I would like to, you know, increase my posh people housing estate, complete with Roman columns. Nice. I mean, am I right in thinking that this is? Oh no, I imagine, if I can get my pronunciation going here. So that's one of those. That's a large residence, right? The real swanky stuff, I think, are these officer townhouses. Is that about right? Because then you're back into boarding house territory. Is this the top of the tree? In which case I need to bring in something special in order to get those built. But I could build quite a nice housing estate out of those. But in the meantime, these large houses will do quite nicely. But I'm not going to push the agenda at all. We're going to let this game evolve. I'm very keen to see what happens with this double bridge. If it turns into 2 separate single lanes, or whether it turns into a double width number. I'm doing it out of no other reason than vanity, but you know, that's pretty fair. Come on, people, let's get some graduates going, shall we? Well, at least that's another birth, and someone else became a student. And we've had a student become an adult and turn into a labourer, and then someone died immediately. This is too much Circle of Life. I want more, you know, I want more forward progress going on here. I'm just impatient. That's what it is. I mean, I could speed it up yet further to get things moving along, but I'm not going to. I like this pace. I think one time's pace is well, it's a good way to burn your entire weekend in the space of minutes, or seemingly. What do we got here? Chickpea, got 'em. Lettuce, not interested. 124 candles. Well, I don't think I'm going to get rich off candles alone. We do have some bricks at 6 a throw. I don't really want it though, if I'm honest. And equally, I am reluctant to buy broccoli and so forth. Actually, I need to put in a sheep order. I want... are you going to make this? I don't think he's going to bring me sheep, is he? Hey up, Earl. How do you fancy bringing me a 1 sheep? Admittedly, if this were in proper alphabetical order, rather than alphabetical order by... I can't... It's got pigs. And chickens. Right, sheep. I think we're into... He's not a sheep dealer. I'm going to have to wait for Steve, the sheep man, to swing by on his little boat, and then place a special order. Let's just double check. Apologies for this tedious menu scroll moment here, but I want to get my sheep action going. What we really want, though, is cows. Lots of them. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Sheep. Yes, you. Bring me sheep. Just once. There you go. Earl, go get to work. All right? Make it happen. I'll provide some goods with which to exchange for the woolly folk. Right, back up to 2 spare labourers. I guess I'm just going to have to wait it out. I guess. I'm going to have a quick look at the old inventory here. Bricks. None in stock. Presumably they're all being taken towards that bridge. Equally, I want to keep an eye on my brick maker, because I don't know how much fuel I had in stock before... Hello? Why is this quarry saying there's no stone remaining here? Is it because there's nobody working there? In which case, are these things flaming time-based? Right, let's turn these off. I'll find out. We'll figure that one out as a... if leaving that running unattended has actually used up the stone, that's a bit of an annoyance. Yeah, you see, what I was saying about bricks, I wasn't certain how much furnace fuel I still had in stock. I could have checked that while I was at the town hall, but I didn't. Okay, well, we'll get over that. Right, okay, well, come on then. What else is going on? There must be something. You know, the bridge isn't built. I know that much, because you haven't had enough bricks yet. That's not even the right bridge. You're just looking at random bridges now. Where are we? Still at 29 of 64. Where are the rest of the bricks going then? Because you were at 29 of 64 a minute ago. Huh. Maybe you're waiting for a labourer for the transportation of said brick. I mean, where are you? Equally, the brickmaker has been shirking a touch. What does that mean? Materials required to perform work are not available. Well, what material do you need? You've got all of the flipping clay in the world, and you've got some furnace fuel. We can store 20,000 materials, where I'm relatively certain that we don't have that number of materials currently stored. So what are you waiting on? Why are you giving me this lip there, sunshine? The other thing that I need to figure out is furnace fuel. Now, I have been using firewood to date, but that led to everybody complaining about being just a little bit cold. So that's not what we want to do. I mean, I could set people harvesting coal, but you tend to have the choice between coal or iron, and harvesting one depletes the other equally. Whereas firewood is a renewable resource, because obviously trees grow on trees. Right, we're pushing our food limit, are we not? Food limit 15,000, got 15,500 in stock. This is a good thing, unless it's counting the likes of sugar beet and grapes and what have you as part of that food limit. What have we got in here? Well, actually, this is a little bit further away from the action. Where's my... I've got a... Was it not the magazine? Did I not build it? I thought I built a barn out here as well. I'm probably mistaken. Yes. Okay, right. Look, I'm gonna wrap this one. I'm not gonna wrap this one up just yet. I'm gonna waffle on a little bit more, and then wrap this one up. Because what I'm going to do is, while you are elsewhere having a jolly time and studying your own colony with great appreciation, I will move things forward until we are back up to 100 adults in circulation. At which point, I won't deploy any of the labourers. I will leave them all there, waiting to be reassigned, and we can do that together and watch things happen and so forth. Just to amuse myself, I'm going to check on the bridge. This bridge maker, brickmaker, he's pushing my patience. Well, what could you possibly need? It must be furnace fuel, right? Which is next door. Right, let's get someone on my furnace man. Fire bundler, no. A fuel refiner, yes. Let's put my spare labourer to work on that. Let's get this flipping stupid investment of bricks over and done with, and then we can focus on building sexy buildings like houses. Anyway, thank you for watching today. A very slow episode, although we did get to see a llama murdered, which, hopefully was a delight. Next time around, I will be further ahead. We will be ready to progress together once more, because once I've got a couple of surplus people, I'm going to go house building once again. We'll pad out this area with a whole bunch more people. Yeah, I mean, given the food surplus I'm rocking at the moment, I think we can afford to pad out with a few more people. I'm going to build another fire fuel bundle maker, whatever the hell it's called, a chopper, a wood cutter. That's the fella right there. Yeah, I'll get another wood cutter going, which should hopefully offset my my furnace fuel, and then we'll proceed leisurely on our way. So thanks for watching. Yeah, boring episode. Sorry about that. Hopefully me chuntering on is sufficient to keep you engaged. And if it has, press the like button. There you go. You see, I moved into that seamlessly, like a professional. And we will catch up again very soon. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you for watching. Cheerio.
Listen.